Okay, guys, here is another video that we bring to you guys. These days, everybody is talking about Sonia Uche, Sam Maurice, Sonia Uche, Sam Maurice, Sonia Uche this, Sam Maurice that. And I come to ask myself a question. I ask myself, is it only Sam Maurice and Sonia Uche that is in the movie industry? Are they only the only celebrity couple that we have that made, everybody to be talking about their matter, as in everybody carry their matter for head? And that's now, made me to understand it's because of the chemistry that is between these two couples. I was going through Chidikona's video and he said something about Sonia Uche to come and explain herself, sorry. So, and I was like, what else does she need to explain? Everything you guys need to know is already there. In fact, there's nothing to explain. When I mean nothing, there is typically nothing to, there is practically nothing to explain. In the sense that the chemistry between these two people is there. And that's now what made me to ask myself, why is it like that? And I came to understand it's because of the understanding between them. The understanding between these two couples. And that's what brought us to today's topic. Understanding. In this life, understanding differs. And I came to understand that between two people, whether it's couples, friends, family, for you to see two people working together perfectly without no problem, even if there is problem, but they won't allow it to extend, as in to escalate. They always cops it. It takes only understanding. Yes. Show me two couples that works perfectly well, and I will show you couples that understand themselves. It takes only understanding for one to understand one. It takes only understanding for a couple, for two partners to work together perfectly. It takes only understanding for two couples to flow with each other. Exactly. Number one is, if you did not understand me, I am not understanding you. If you are not understanding me, I'm not understanding you. Number one is that we can't even communicate very well. Yeah. We will communicate, but it will not be flowing. Because when I'm talking another thing, you'll be talking another thing else. We can't agree together. Without understanding, there can be no agreements. Do you guys believe that? Without understanding, there will be no agreement. It takes understanding to agree. Yes. You cannot agree together with someone that you don't understand. You will be like this person not even making points. And that's where the problem lies. You don't understand me, you don't understand my way. How can we agree together? We can't work together. It's not possible. We can't work together without agreements. You got to understand me. You got to understand me for us to work together. Exactly. You got to understand me for us to work together, for us to agree together. And that is the reason why when you look into Sam Maurice and Sonia Uche, it's the understanding between the both of them that made them to, to be able to share mind. And that's what I'm telling us today. I'm telling my fans today. Don't even try to settle with someone that did not understand you, and you do not understand, and you're not understanding the person. Don't even try. Because let me tell you, it will be as if both of you are in a war zone. Exactly. It will be as if both of you are in a war zone. It will be as if you are fighting. Yes. It will be as if you are fighting each other. When you are in a relationship with someone that you that you do not understand, it will look as if both of you are fighting. You can never agree. Exactly. And that's the point. It takes two to tango. It takes two to communicate, to make business, to be friends. It takes two to agree together. Agreement number one. For us to move forward, for us to make an impact, for us to create a friendship, for us to communicate easily and smoothly, we got to agree. And for us to agree, we got to understand each other. Because it's understanding that leads to agreement. It's understanding that leads to agreement. And let me tell you that I fell out of love. I fell out of love. It's because you are no more understanding each other. Yes. There's no more agreement between the both of you. There's no more understanding. Because if you still understand your partner, you will not tell me that made you to be attracted to that person can just die off like that. It's because there's no more understanding. That is the reason why when you are seeing your partner, the things that he normally does before that entices you, that you likes, you start hating them because you don't understand the person. It doesn't matter. And that's the reason why you see a drug addict. Someone will fall in love with a drug addict and understand that drug addict. You know the reason why? Because it's not because he loves that drug addict. No, it's because he understands that person. He understands the drug addict. You who doesn't understand him cannot find anything enticing about him or her. That drug that the person is doing, in fact, it will be pulsing you. You feel like, Ash, what's this? But you say that person will understand him, agree with him. Exactly. And that's the reason why couples fell out of love. Understanding. It takes a lot to agree together. It's not only love. Attraction, likeness, or possession, whatever you might note it. without understanding. God, I didn't even know. The moment that relationship that you are in start lacking understanding, start lacking in the department of understanding, in understanding department, that's when you start having problems. Yes. Because when your partner sees that, talking and eating is good, and he will see reasons why eating and talking is good. You yourself, you'll be like, no, eating and talking is not good. And you also will give your own reason why it's not it. From there, there'll be problem. Both of you start arguing. And once too much argument comes into a relationship, that's when the disagreement will come in. That's when the disagreement will come in. None of you will see anything good with what his partner is doing or saying. They will be like you are not making sense. Every time you'll be talking nonsense. You doesn't reason. No, it's not that the person doesn't reason. It's not that the person don't talk nonsense. You see that nonsense that you think that person is talking. There is someone out there that will see it as sense. You see that nonsense that you think that your partner is talking, that you see it as nonsense doesn't mean that another person will see it as nonsense. Yes. Yes. And that's why there's this saying that goes that in every nonsense there is sense. What they mean that in every nonsense, that thing that you talk is nonsense, there's someone that will come and see sense in it. That you are seeing it as nonsense doesn't mean that person is not making sense. That the person is totally talking rubbish. No. But it's because you are no more understanding him or her. And that's the reason why you are seeing his words as not nonsense. Just like it's like one man's with another man's poison. Yeah. That which you likes eating. There's someone that hates it out there. And it applies in relationship. Especially this, in understanding department. In the department of understanding. I know this understanding varies from one person to another. Yes. It varies from one person to another. And that's the number one key point. And that's the reason why there's every need for courtship. Getting to know each other. There's every need for courtship. You got to cuddle with your partner. You got to know your partner first. Discuss with him. Stay with him. First step, find out if you understand this person that I'm about to venture into a relationship with. That is the number one. It's not even about money. It's not even about likeness. It's not even about attraction. Yes, I know it's all of them is still a key point. But still, as you found that person attracted to that person, you like that person, find out if you can be able to understand that your partner. It's not based on pretense. No. Because you like this person. So for that, you pretend that you are understanding whatever that is going on, whatever that person is saying, just to get that person. Remember along the line, that thing that you refuses to acknowledge, that you refuses to see, you're gonna face it. You must definitely face it. And that's the reason why many people are having problems, are having issues in their relationship. You choose to ignore this. Mostly in our desperate couples. A desperate person that is very desperate to enter into a relationship, to settle down. Out of desperation, you choose to ignore the little things that matters in a relationship. Out of desperation, you choose to ignore the things that makes that relationship to be alive. Out of desperation, you refuse to see. Not that you sees it, but you refuse to acknowledge it. You choose to ignore the things that matters in relationship, that causes, separation, breakups, and lots, divorce in relationship at a wrong run. Out of desperation, or out of one thing or the other. A lot of things can cause it. Maybe because the person has money or so. Yeah. Just like some ladies that normally say it's better that they stay with a guy that has money, even though he has lots of bad characters and all, than to stay with someone that is penniless. Yeah. So out of one thing or the other, depends on what motivates, what drives the person. You choose to ignore what you know that it matters. Those little things. It's not even little. They are big things. You choose to ignore those qualities. Those characters that matters in relationship. You choose to ignore them. Then later, and remember, just like this saying that goes, that the issue you refuse to tackle when it's small, when the matter escalates, it will be very, 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 very difficult to handle. And that is what is happening in many relationships today. That is what is happening. That is what is happening. Forgetting that everybody has his or her person that understands you. Just identify that person. Find that person. Do not use because of one thing or the other and settle for less. Because of age, because of money, because of one thing or the other, beauty, handsomeness, what you are seeing, and you settle for less. You'll be seeing signs. All these people that end up with domestic violence and all, you will not tell them that you doesn't see that signs at the earliest thing. You'll be seeing signs, but you choose to ignore it. You choose to ignore it. Maybe the person will change. Forgetting that it's not everyone that changes. There's inborn character. That's inborn character. A human beater, someone that is a human beater, that beats a woman, that beating a woman is in the person's blood. You cannot stop it. That's the reason why they are buying each other. Domestic violence, they are buying each other in marriages and relationship. And you not tell me that those their partner doesn't see those red signs, those red flags in the beginning, but they choose to ignore. Later the thing will come back and bite them, and it bites where it pains the most. You call it ignorance. Which ignorance? Which ignorance? And that's the reason why when you see Sonia Uche and Sam Maurice, you will be like, God, these two couples. It's because they understand each other. That's what understanding does. Yes. That's what understanding does. Okay, we'll call it a day here. We'll still continue on this topic. But first and foremost, I want to thank all my fans. Remember, this is Blessing Justice channel. Remember, it's you guys that keeps me here. Without you guys, there'll be no Blessing Justice. So please, if this is first time of watching my video, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, and press the notification button so whenever we drop the video, you'll be first to notify. And please follow us. Thank you guys, and see you on our next video. See you on the topic of understanding a relationship. Bye.